Oh, Bob Marley. We celebrate Bob Marley. Bob Marley must be celebrated. It's a must. If you love Bob Marley, if you're really serious about Bob Marley, you will really celebrate Bob Marley. And if you really, really, really love Bob Marley, you will have your own Bob Marley story. If you really love Bob Marley, you'll have your own Bob Marley movie, your own Bob Marley everything. Because Bob Marley is something we just are happy that we understand. We're glad that he exists. So there's a new movie that's been put out there by the Marley family, and that's their story about Marley. And that's how they want to have him and share him and everything. And everybody's got a right to do that. So there it is. I think it's good. I think it's good that if you have contacts to Hollywood, that you make use of those contacts. If you understand the format of Hollywood and you can work with it, I think it's good that you go ahead and do it. If there's a market, I think it's important that you go and utilize the market. You've got to show people that you have struggled and where you come from, you've been up against obstacles, and you managed to live together in love and unity. And here's the result. We don't care if the result is like, okay, well, you say it's misleading or whatever. It really does not matter like that. You know why? Because if you have got the message from Bob, if you've got the message from Bob, if you're Bob's best friend, if you're Bob's ex-wife, or if you're Bob's ex-girlfriend, or his football friend, or whatever, you know, it's up to you to make that connection shine as best as it can, and for it to attract people who probably don't know anything about Bob to do the same thing that the movie did. Don't watch the movie. Watch the trajectory of the people who put the movie together, what it took to make it happen. And are you applying the same type of effort and focus for your Bob Marley story? That's what I've got to say. So I have a Bob Marley story. As you can see, there's Bob all over here. Hurricane Bob has been here. And that's what I'm serious about. And that is what I am presenting to you. I've learned a lot from that story, that example in the music and the spiritual and Rastafari. So I'm Rasta. And that opens up a lot of things that I want to talk about. So I don't even know which one to begin with because it's Rastafari. It's huge. It's huge. But since we're saying Bob, we're saying reggae, right? And why why is it relevant what I want to do? Because we have so many stories of artists who've not been paid their royalties, who are living in abject poverty, but they're making millions for people who are in the in crowd of the business. Now, we can't have that. Not with our message as Rasta, you know. We need the business and the money and everything to reflect our lyrics, our Rastafari lyrics. So that's what I focus on. You see, so when I talk about Jamaica and why I've not come to Jamaica in all these years is because I feel very strongly about Jamaica. No matter what anybody does, no matter what anybody says, to me, Jamaica will always be the place that my people were taken away to into slavery. You know, so going to Jamaica, I can only go to Jamaica if I know that I have a solution for each and every one of those ascendants of slavery, and say, look, I'm gonna do right by you. I'm gonna do right by what your foreparents went through. And if my family sold your family, I'm gonna do right by that. I happen to come from all sides, you know, conquerors and warriors, but at the same time also sold slavery. So I also have an Igbo connection. That's where the name Giozo comes from. So all of that is in me, and I have to address it. And so going to Jamaica is like, I can't come to Jamaica with my long arms and nothing. You know, I have to be able to look in every Jamaican eye and say, "Me have something for you." because that to me is a fulfillment of Rastafari. I can't do this Rastafari culture thing, you know, become a yardie and speak patois and then, you know, I go skilly ding dong, skilly ding dong, it's a Kingston town, it's a rude boy town, skilly ding ding. To me, it's like I'm thinking, I mean, no disrespect to Albarosi, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Why, dude? You know, because you're from Italy, man. Things are fucked up in Italy. You know, why are you singing about Kingston being a rude boy town and and you got a whole big mafia in Italy doing mafia things? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and well, I get it. I just don't buy into it. I just don't get into that. That's why I've not been to Jamaica or Kingston or anything like that because I'm not gonna come for that. You know, the little patois I speak is because I meet Jamaicans along the way here, and so it kind of like rubs off on me. You know, so 12 tribes in London, you know, and then all the Rasta families in South Africa, you know, so all of that is. We have some people who are connected to Bob Marley in our company, you know, so it's all legit, it's all good, and we do it like that. Um, well, I mean, Bob says 5 days to go, working for the next day, 4 days to go, and so on, working for the next day. We people can't make it work, and we will, you know, and that's what we're doing, you know. So we want to look out for our people. So the main thing is to write to the Prime Minister. We have a song called UNESCO Reggae and many other songs. Thank you, Jamaica. But it's to give the plan to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Culture, you know, and then have a press release and make sure that everybody in Jamaica knows about it and all the reggae people around the world know about it. And it will have the ingredients of this Royal African and People's Movement of Denmark. Those ingredients, you know. Think about Royal African duties and the egalitarian proletarian movement of the people in Denmark. Put those together with reggae and a little bit of rock and roll. Then you got what we got, and we want to share that with you. You know, so the first song can be "Hold On to the Love You Got." So hold on to this. Saying love.